Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing great today, and I'm gonna continue with reading to you the fourth book of the Discourses by Epictetus. And today we're gonna continue with the first chapter, as usual, and it's ninth part because it's a long one. So let's do this. Are you then free? Says one. By the gods, I wish to be and pray to be, but I cannot yet. In the face of my masters, I still set store by my poor body. I count it of great moment to keep it sound. Yes, though I have not a sound body to begin with. But I can show you one who is free that you may not have to look for your example. Diogenes was free. How came how came he by this? Not because he was of free parents, he was not, but because he was free himself, had cast away all the weakness that might give slavery and a hold on him, and so no one could approach or lay hold on him to enslave him. Everything he had, everything he had was ready to let go. It was loosely attached to him. If you had laid hold on his property, he would have let it go rather than have followed you for it. If you seized his leg, he would have let that go. If his whole poor body, he would have let his whole body go. And the same with kinsfolk, friends, and country. For he knew whence he had them, and from whom, and on what conditions he received them. His true ancestors, the gods, and his true country, he would never have deserted, nor have suffered another to yield them more abundance or attention, nor would another have died for his country more cheerfully. For he never sought to get the reputation of acting for the universe, but he remembered that everything that comes to pass has its source there, and is done for that true country's sake, and is entrusted to us by him that governs it. Wherefore look what he says and writes himself. Therefore Diogenes, he says, you have power to converse as you will with the king of the Persians, and with Archidamus, king of the Lacedaemonians. Was it because he was the son of free parents? When all the men of Athens and Lacedaemon and Corinth were unable to converse with them as they wished, and feared and flattered them instead, was it because they were sons of slaves? Why have I the power to do it then? He says, because I count my poor body not my own, because I need nothing, because law and nothing else is all in all to me. These were the things which left him free. And that you may not think that I point you to the example of a man alone in the world, with no wife or children, or country, or friends, or kindred, who might have bent his will and drawn him from his purpose. Take Socrates, and look at him. He had wife and children, but regarded them as not his own, a country, in such manner and so far as duty allowed, friends, kinsmen, all these things he had made subject to law and obedience to law. For this reason, when duty called him to take the field, he was the first to leave Athens and run all risk of battle most ungrudgingly. But when he was sent by the tyrants to fetch Leon, he never entertained the idea, because he thought it shameful, though he knew that he would have to die if it so chanced. And what did it matter to him? Why, he wanted to preserve something else, not his poor flesh, but his honor and self-respect. These are things which cannot be trusted to another or made subject to another. Afterwards, when he had to plead for his life, did he behave as one who had children, or as one who had a wife? No, but as one alone in the world. And again, when he had to drown the poison, how did he behave when he might have saved himself? And when Creta said to him, "Escape for the sake of your children," what did he say? Did he think the chance of God's did he think the chance a God sent? No, he looked at what was fitting, and had no eye, no thought for anything besides. What he wished to save not his poor body, but that which right increases and preserves, and wrong diminishes to makes the wither. Socrates refuses to save himself with dishonor. He who would not put the question to the vote when the Athenians bade him, who despised the tyrants, who held such noble discourse on virtue and godliness, it is impossible to save him with dishonor. His safety is secured by death, not by flight. For the good actor too, if he stops when he ought, has more chance of safety than one who acts out of season. What will your children do then? If I had gone away to Thessaly, you would have looked after them, and when I have gone away to Hades, will there no one to look after them? Plato Crito. See how he calls death by smooth names and scoffs at it. But if you and I had been in his place, we should at once have argued that we ought to repay injury with injury. And we should have added, I shall be useful to many men if I keep alive, but to no one if I die. Nay, had it been necessary to creep out through a hole in the rock to escape, we should have done so. And yet, how could we have been of use to anyone? For those we were trying to help would not have stood fast. Or again, if we did good by living, should we not have done much more good to men by dying when and as we ought? Even so, now that Socrates is dead, the memory of what he did or said in his lifetime is no less useful to men, or it may be even more useful than before. Alright guys, we've done with this part, and tomorrow I'll read you the conclusion one. So thank you for joining me today in this video. Gonna see you tomorrow. Bye.